Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is your prediction for April 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you're not sure what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Gemini collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Gemini need to know for April 2026? What do they need to know for April 2026? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Yep, we'll take it. Okay. In the heart of your spread, we have the Empress. In the top row, we have the Sun. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Swords. Flanking the Empress is the Five of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. And in the bottom row, you have a Knight of Pentacles, Justice, and the Six of Wands. Your overall energy now for the month of April: Five of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. That leaves a Queen of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the World card here at the bottom of the deck. So many pentacles in your readings lately. Okay, let's clarify this now using the After Tarot deck. If you're not familiar with it, images are different. Oh, let's cut that again for you, Gemini. If you're not familiar with the deck, images are slightly different, and that changes the meanings. We'll go through them as necessary for your reading today. Okay, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for April 2026, we are clarifying the Sun, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, the Empress, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Justice, and the Six of Wands for the Gemini collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Sun is clarified by the Knight of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles clarified by the King of Swords. The Nine of Swords clarified by the Two of Cups. The Five of Cups clarified by the Five of Pentacles. The Empress is clarified by the Two of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles is clarified by Temperance. Justice is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. And the Six of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Swords. Overall energy: Four of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Judgment. And that leaves Ace of Swords, Three of Wands, Three of Cups to the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. I think in your quarterly, was it your quarterly or your 6-month reading, I said money was going to improve. I think I said something like, it was like a love and money type of thing. I think it was for the second quarter of 2026. I'm asking you as if you can answer me, but it all starts in April, clearly. Your overall energy for the month of April is the Empress to the Two of Swords. You could be masculine, don't be offended. We all have feminine and masculine energy within us. And the feminine energy within you, regardless of your gender or how you identify, is I know what I want to create in my life. I know my worth and value. I know where and how and who I want to invest my time in. I'm undecided. That Two of Swords, there's no decision to be made. You people could fight it out. The other people in the picture here have swords. You can figure out what you're worth or who you are or what you have or what you want. But I'm clear on it. I know what I want to create for my life, and I know my worth and value. Huge level up here. That top row, Knight of Wands to the Sun card. You are in the pursuit of everything. Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This is a Gemini collective that wants it all. I know it sounds obnoxious, but as a Gemini sun, I can tell you it's about fucking time. So it's a whole mind shift change here. There's a whole mindset that has changed here. I want everything. I want to live comfortably. I want to be in love. I want to have a nice place to live. I want it all. I'm tired of settling. And I think you were settling previously because you didn't know your worth and value. So you overcame some kind of wound here. And we'll get to that in a second. So the King of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles. I always say that for me, queens exist in the present because they process the past. Kings take action. So again, whether you're masculine or feminine, this is what you're going after. I want the Ten of Pentacles. I want money. I want abundance. I want sustainable financial wealth or growth or stability in my life. I want connections that can go the distance. I'm willing to put in the effort, but I'm not clouded about what it is that I want or what I want to create in my life. You're very future focused. That King of Swords is like, I'm sharp. I've made up my mind. I know what I want. And this is my, I don't know, it's like, this is what I want for, I don't know if it's the rest of my life, but for the next 10 years, this is what I want to bring into my life or what I want to create. Now, there's a particular connection here in your life, Nine of Swords to the Two of Cups. For some of you, the thought is, I could create this for myself, obtain it, attain it, maintain it. I don't really know if I need someone to do that with. So if you're a single Gemini, you might be a little hesitant to enter into connection in the month of April. You're undecided here in that Nine of Swords. This is like, I don't really know if I need someone right now. Maybe I just want to focus on my money this month. Again, it doesn't mean this is your outlook for the rest of your life. But in the month of April, it's kind of like, I don't really know if you're single. It's like, I don't really know if I need someone. Maybe I should just be focusing on my stability, my career, my education, you know, again, like building my wealth, that type of stuff. For others of you, you do have a connection in your life, and you're not really sure at the start of the month where it's going, if it'll last for a long time. It seems to be causing you a lot of headaches. And so you just seem to be like undecided about it. Empress to the Two of Swords is clarified by the Five of Cups to the Five of Pentacles. Now, this is why your Empress energy has changed. Like, this is why you went from pre-Empress or nowhere near being an Empress to actually being an Empress, meaning knowing your value and worth, is because you healed some kind of wound here. Now, it could be emotional, could be in terms of your self-value, your self-worth. But in the After Tarot deck, the individual in the Five of Pentacles is coming out from being out in the cold. They have a big old sack of pentacles over their shoulder. So you either have healed some emotional wounds here in that Five of Pentacles, and so you're feeling better, and as you're feeling better, you're taking better care of yourself, and you now know your worth and value. Or for some of you, maybe your finances are improving in the month of April. Could be both when we see that Empress card there. So whether it's emotional or financial, I think for most of you, like I said, it's both. There's an improvement here in how you're feeling, your overall general attitude, as well as your finances. And that's making you take care of yourself better. And as a result, your entire vibration is elevating here in the month of April. On the other side, we have the Eight of Pentacles to the King of Wands. I'm going to clarify who this is. I'm not taking this as your energy here. So before I say anything about this, I just know whoever this person is, whether it's you or someone else, they're willing to put in the effort. So I'm just going to leave this here so I remember to clarify that. In the bottom row, you have the Knight of Pentacles to Temperance. So again, you're taking your slow in connection, finding someone, deciding whether or not you want someone, taking your time building your wealth. I was going to say generational. Maybe some of you are trying to create generational wealth, maybe for your kids or your grandkids, something like that. But this seems to be like very slow and steady. Now that I know my worth and value, now that I know what it is that I want, and I'm not clouded or confused by it, now I'm creating a plan, and it's just slow and steady progress. Justice to the Queen of Pentacles. Remember, queens process the past. And so this is like pre-Empress energy here. Typically, I see the Nine of Pentacles as that, but I can see it in this case as the Queen of Pentacles. Again, you knowing your worth and value. This could be a financial opportunity, or I don't know if I want to call it a windfall. I'm going to clarify this as well. I feel for a lot of you, it's a twofold message. One, you know your worth and value. This individual is looking in the After Tarot deck into the Pentacle and seeing their reflection. And that's why I feel like it's more of an elevation of how you feel about yourself, and what you know that you deserve. Not what you think you deserve, but what you know you deserve. But for others of you, this could be a financial opportunity because you're receiving it in this card. So let's take a look at that. Six of Wands to the Eight of Swords. Again, the doubts, the fears, the anxieties, the insecurities. I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want this connection. I don't know if I want a connection. Seems to resolve itself by the end of the month. So let's start clarifying. You are very focused on love and money in the month of April. I think it was your quarterly that I had said something to that effect. Let's start clarifying the Sun. Clarify the Sun first, then we'll see who that person is. Clarify the Sun. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Sun is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, which you end up coming out of. So again, based upon your past here, and the Hermit, bottom of that King of Cups. Clarify that Knight of Wands for me. Yeah. Based upon my past experience, the introspection I've done. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Wands is clarified by Six of Swords, Three of Pentacles, like a whole new you, Gemini, Ace of Wands there. So yeah, based upon your past experience, whatever it has been for you, it looks like you are deciding, I deserve better. I deserve better. I want better. I'm willing to put in the effort in that Three of Pentacles. So this is like, You're stepping into, like, I can't even say Gemini 2.0. I think 2 years ago I had said Gemini 2.0. Maybe this is more like Gemini 4.0. This seems to be a new version of you. There's a self-worth or self-value wound that you have healed. No one did this for you. You did the introspection. You did the self-reflection. You're showing up differently. You know what you bring to the table. You know what you deserve in return. It's because you put in the effort. It's because you put in the effort. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Why are you concerned here about connection? Why is the Nine of Swords here? I don't think it's long lasting because by the end of the month you're out of it. But why is that Nine of Swords there? One more shuffle. Thank you. Nine of Swords clarified by Four of Swords, the Magician, and the Page of Swords, bottom of that Queen of Wands. So the feeling here is if you're single, I don't know if I want to manifest a love partner at this time. Maybe it's better for me to just focus on education, learning a new skill, taking care of myself, house and home, you know, my financial resources. This is like, I don't know if I'm ready for connection. If you're in a connection, the connection is healing in that Four of Swords. So maybe you had a Three of Swords moment with this person in the month of March, but you're not sure if this can go the distance or if this person is actually your emperor or empress. You're not sure if this is your counterpart. This is like, I guess time will tell. One more shuffle. Thank you. If you're meeting someone new, you're a little iffy on them. High Priestess, Page of Cups, and the Nine of Cups, bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so the feeling here is if you're single, I don't really know if I want connection. Maybe I just want to focus on other things. If you do meet someone in the month of April, the feeling is I don't really know if this is the type of person I could see myself with in the future. I guess Page of Swords, I'll just wait and see. You're probably going on a date, possibly two with this person early on in the month of April, but it's still undecided. You're thinking here, maybe I'm just better off being happy and single for a little bit, or maybe I'll be happier being single. For others of you, if you are in a connection and there has been a Three of Swords moment, some type of heartbreaking moment or emotional setback, the connection itself is healing. You're just taking a wait and see attitude to see if you're better off without this person, how they affect your happiness, do they add to it? If this is a person, a new person or a current person, let's see how they feel about you. Actually, before we do that, let's clarify this Eight of Pentacles to the King of Wands. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles here. That's not you. One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles, clarified by Ace of Wands. I was right when I said that because I saw the Ace after that. Eight of Wands and the Two of Swords, bottom of that, the Fool. Yeah, okay, so this is someone that you are in union with, I'm going to say, or maybe I shouldn't say in union. You're dating them or you're in a relationship with them. Okay, so this is not you. This Eight of Pentacles is Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Two of Swords. So again, if you're a single Gemini and this person is approaching you, could be, you know, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. And they don't have to be a fire sign. But you're undecided here in the Two of Swords. Like, I don't know if I want to put any effort into getting to know someone. I don't know if this person is even my type. You may go out on one or two dates with them and still be undecided. If this is your current person, again, and you're like coming back together or you're trying to heal the connection with them, there's fire. There's a lot of communication. There's a couple of dates you guys are going on. And you're putting in the effort. They're putting in the effort. But you seem to be undecided about, like, I don't know if this is going to go the distance. Tell me about the King of Wands. Tell me about this person. What does Gemini need to know about this person in the month of April? One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Wands is clarified by Hanged Man, the Star, and the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. Yeah, I don't know if I want to keep dating this person. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like down with love. Like the King of Cups is pouring out the cup of love here. So I think it's because you're so healed and you know your value and you know your worth. Maybe in the past you would have just dated anyone that you could hook up with or you matched with on a dating site or you met in the grocery store or wherever. This time around with this person, it's iffy. You're entertaining them. Maybe that's a nice way to put it. You're entertaining the new person or being entertained by the new person. But you're not sure yet if you're going to have a connection with this person. You don't know how far this is going to go. If you're in the connection, you're healing the connection, but you still have that undecided thing. Like, I don't know if I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person. I don't know if this is my happily ever after. Justice. Why is justice here? I do see you making a decision, though, about this person by the end of the month. So we'll see what that is. But clarify justice, because I feel like this has to do with your financial resources. One more shuffle. Thank you. Justice is clarified. I know it. 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands. So clarify that Queen of Pentacle energy then. Yeah, you're working on something. A lot, almost to the point of exhaustion. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles, clarified by 3 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. So let me clarify that 6 of Wands, but I feel like by the end of the month, your finances are improving, but you seem to feel a little fatigued or a little exhausted. I don't know if you're going to school and to work, or you have other responsibilities and work, or you're investing too much in your business. Like, I don't know, maybe you're a business owner in that Empress energy. But there's definitely something here of you're giving to a connection outside of you. Like I think you're giving to this person. I'm going to clarify more for you. But you're also working on your finances. So by the end of the month, just be careful that you're not dealing with any type of fatigue or irritability, because you seem to be stretched pretty thin by the end of April. 6 of Wands. Clarify that 6 of Wands here. Clarify the 6 of Wands. I think you do move forward with this person, because look at the 4 of Swords to the Ace of Cups to Judgments. Like, you make the judgment call. And then this 5 of Wands to the 2 of Pentacles to that Queen of Pentacles. I think you decide, I could do both. It might be exhausting, but I can work on my money and date this person or stay in this connection. There's a feeling of like, I'll do both. 6 of Wands. Clarify the 6 of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. 6 of Wands clarified by 6 of Pentacles. Yep, 4 of Wands. 2 cards came out. The 7 of Cups and the Knight of Wands goes right back there. So I can do both. King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the World card. I think you figure out here by the end of the month, I can do both. I can date this person, or I can be in a connection with this person. I can have a better schedule. I can go to school or go to work or work on my business or take care of my responsibilities and also pursue this connection. Tell me more about that 8 of Swords, because in the After Tarot deck, you don't have any doubts, fears, or anxieties. So whatever you had in regards to connection or getting into connection, they seem to resolve themselves. One more shuffle. Thank you. Yep, the Lovers. You're making the choice. Page of Swords. That goes right back to that Page of Swords to the 5 of Cups. Yep, I'm going to Empress at the bottom of the deck. So you make the choice to renew the connection, if this is someone that you're currently with, or you make the choice to enter this new connection. And there's still a wait and see, but yeah, looks good. And it's a decision you make. You are rebirthing love in here. So it's like you're opening up your heart to this new person, or you're opening up your heart more to your current person. Let's see how this person feels about you. How does this person feel about Gemini in the month of April? How do they feel about Gemini in the month of April 2026? One more shuffle. Thank you. How do they feel about you? The World card, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups, bottom of the deck, the Fool card. Wow. This relationship goes from almost ending, if it's your current person, almost ending to a whole new beginning. They see you as single, independent, abundant, a workhorse. You're fun. You're having fun with them. There's a lot of good memories. There's at least 3 dates here. This is good. So yeah, look, the relationship was on the brink of ending, or maybe it did end and you're coming back together with this person. But how do they feel about you? Everything that I said. This person's very happy with you. If this is a new person, we're going from, I don't know if I want to have a new chapter, to going out on a date or two, having some fun and going, I really like this person. I want to see where this goes. Even if it crashes and burns, I'm going to take it slow and just see where it goes, because after a date or two with this person, I really like them. That's the feeling here. So I don't think you're like, if it's a new person, you're not putting your heart out there. You're not like, oh my God, I'm so in love on the first day. You're like, you know what? I like this person. I'm having fun with them. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. If it crashes and burns, it crashes and burns. That's because you know your worth and value. You know that if it doesn't work out with this person, you have 10 more out there that you can choose from. That's the feeling here. How else does this person feel about Gemini in the month of April 2026? One more shuffle. Thank you. How do they feel about you? Justice, 5 of Swords, and the Tower. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. If it's a new person, this is someone who's going to tell you that they're not an aggressive person. Tower to that Five of Swords. This is no fighting, no arguing. So maybe during your conversation, we're going to clarify what this is. I think what you're realizing with this person, they're really easy to get along with. There's no argument, there's no competition, there's no pettiness, there's nothing like that. It's a very equal and balanced relationship. If it's your current relationship, there's no fighting. It's very balanced. It's probably the most balanced it has been in a long time, maybe since last Scorpio season. These cards just want to show themselves. Knight of Swords to the Ten of Wands. This person's holding the Ace of Wands. So again, you're going to try this new relationship. You're holding the Ace of Wands. I don't think you're putting your whole heart into it if it's new. I got to be honest with you, Gemini. But you're having fun with this person. You're wanting to get to know them. The conversation is robust. You may not be open to being sexually vulnerable with this person, whether it's your current person or the new person. All right. To clarify that Tower more. One more shuffle. Thank you. If it's your current relationship, yeah, we go right back to that World card. The Queen of Cups and Nine of Wands, bottom of that King of Pentacles. I like this. I like this for you a lot. I'm a Gemini sun. I'm not going to bullshit you on this reading. New reading, if this is a new person, you're like, I don't know. I don't even know if they're my type. Maybe it's just focus on my money. Okay, I went out on a date or two. I really like this person. Okay, I'm going to take a chance, wait and see. If it crashes and burns, what the hell? At least I had some fun. You know, tired of being cooped up in the house, maybe in hermit energy. At least I'm getting out and I'm having some fun. The relationship moves pretty quickly. I got to tell you that you're opening up your heart, although maybe you're wounded from past relationships. You're opening up your heart to this person. This is a whole new chapter. Remember that manifestation? You're like, yeah. In the World card, we have all four aces in the After Tarot deck, just like the Magician. You're like, you know what? If I had to manifest a person, yeah, it probably would be someone like this. So your heart is open. Nine of Wands. You're willing to try love again with this person, even though you've been wounded in the past. If it's your current person, this is, I don't know why I keep going back to that. Probably since Scorpio season, you have not had a peaceful month with this person. This is like no arguing with them. Like, and by that, I mean, there might be some petty disagreements, but there's no big verbal attacking or anything like that. Something here happened prior to April, and I'm not going to go deep into it right now, but this is a new chapter in your connection. You may be a little hesitant to open up your heart, but you end up doing just that to this person, and you're willing to try this connection again. You're not giving up on them. So the Fool, the Ten of Swords, Temperance, yeah, you're willing to try with the new person. Crashes and burns, crashes and burns. If it's the new relationship, you're trying over. You're going slow. I had a feeling I would expect intimacy in the month of April. Gemini. Can I just get one card on intimacy here? So even if it's a new person, I think by the end of the month, you're trying out the merchandise, Gemini. We'll shuffle here. Thank you. Yeah, the Moon card. Probably in the new moon in Aries. Maybe for some of you, I don't think it's going to be the full moon in Libra on the 1st, unless you just met this person within the last week or two. But there is intimate connection between you and this person, new person or your current person, in the energy of the new moon in Aries. All right, let's get you some oracle cards, and we'll close it out with Kippers. So focus on your money, possibly learning something new. And engaging with this individual, although there is some hesitation in the beginning. And by the 3rd week in April, it looks like there's a rendezvous between you and them. Let's get you some oracle cards now. Can we get 3 oracle cards here, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements? One more shuffle. Thank you. Adventure, trust, forward movement. Told you, moving forward with this person. Circle of care. I'll read these to you in a second. Sammy, say hi to Gemini. Let's get three more oracle cards, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. Lunar cycles. Lunar cycles. I told you y'all going to get intimate. Dancing flames and stormy skies. Bottom of the deck, ancient castle. 3 more oracle cards here, please, for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. Inner power. openness, and trusting. Bottom of the deck, searching within. So adventure. Embrace adventure and accept the uncertainties in life, and that you're taking a leap of faith to get the new person or taking a leap of faith in your current connection. Lunar cycles. Embrace the phases of the moon. Each moon brings new insights. Oh, yeah, you're going to be looking at insights for sure. Inner power. I recognize my significance and embrace my true strength. Empress energy. In the face of adversity, I remain steadfast. If I stumble, I rise, knowing I am filled with the power of the universe. Trust. Establish trust in yourself and others. So you are trusting this person more. Again, whether it's that new person or your current person. Dancing flames. Celebrate your passion. I told you, let your enthusiasm shine. There we go. In the middle of the night, there's a burning fire here. Burning bush. Don't have a bush. That's so 70s. Openness. I trust that when one door closes, another opens. Today, I have faith in the universe and in myself and in life. No matter what has happened before, I believe something better is on its way. So yeah, you're giving this person a try or a try again. Forward movement, moving forward with them. Move forward from the heart, guided by your inner compass toward your future. Stormy skies, weather the storm, clarity follows turbulence. So clarity to connect with this person or clarity to reconnect with your current person. And we see trust here again, trust in the divine. No matter what unfolds in your day, stay in harmony and focus on the love that surrounds you. By maintaining a sense of humor and keeping your attention on the higher power, you will minimize drama. And that's what I was saying. There's like no argument. It's a very carefree, fun, adventurous type of connection here in the month of April. I hope it stays like that for you for the rest of the year. Let's get you some Kipper cards. Nice reading here, Gemini. I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous for us, I'm not going to lie. It's been a rough couple of weeks going through retrograde. 2 cards here for that top row, 2 for the middle, and 2 for the last row, please, for Gemini. Wealthy man, could be wealthy man, wealthy woman. And then you have lovers. I told you. So I think that is the person that you're meeting or you're coming together with, or maybe it's your current person again. It could be wealthy man, wealthy woman. For the middle row, I got to roll. We have adjudication, new soul contract. It did land face up. And this came out on the side, high honor. So yeah, remember I was saying if you're reconciling with this person, you're like, I don't know, maybe wait and see. When you meet the new person, you're like, I don't know if I want to entertain this or not. So again, there's just something else about this soul contract. And 2 cards here for the last row. You have thief. Imprisonment came out on the side. Bottom of the deck, you have marriage, family room, and change to courtship. You seriously, and the distant horizons card to the mature man there. So a couple of different messages here for you. Imprisonment and thief. So the jury is still out on this person. I'm going to be honest with you, the new person or the current person. Again, I don't know if I'm going to spend the rest of my life with them, but I'm having fun with them now. We're not arguing. We're going out on dates. We're having sex. Like everything's great, but it's still like you haven't, you're not 100% sold on the person. But again, you're entering the connection or existing in the connection anyway. And look, you have marriage. This is your courtship card. You have family room. So maybe, again, you're staying over at their house. They're staying over at yours. If you're currently in a connection, you could be talking about relocation, moving in together, starting a family together. For those of you already in it, you have change. So this courtship, this relationship is changing. Either you're changing your mind. Again, I don't know if I want to enter. I don't know if I want to entertain. Okay, I'm going to do that. Or if you're currently in the connection, you're like, I don't know, I'll wait and see. Not sure. I think you end up moving forward with this person. This relationship changes your life in some way, in a good way, to that courtship card within the next 3 to 6 months. So I would claim this person however you want, your current person or past person. I didn't see anything on reconciliation as possible for some of you, but yeah, it's possible with that 4 of Swords. Maybe it's a reconciliation effort. I see this more as your current relationship that maybe has had some struggles leading up to April, but you're still in connection with them somewhat, or it's an entirely new person. But this relationship has the potential here to get to marriage. So that is what I have for you, Gemini. You may, I got to pull cards now that I saw it. You may have an ex, maybe your ex or their ex, that's a little concerned. Oh, and the devil card fell out of the deck. You may have an ex, yours or theirs, that is concerned about this connection. Yeah. Can I get 3 cards on the X for my Geminis who have an X? Can I get 3 cards on the X? Yeah, I have 2 men here. Could be 2 women. Again, I don't read body parts, even in the kippers. Clarify that. That looks like an X to me. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. Yeah, this is an X. So this is an X either watching you move on, you know, your ex or their ex. I'm going to leave it up to you to decide. But there's someone here from your past or this person's past who's watching while they're still heartbroken over the loss of the connection. They're watching you basically form or build your happily ever after with someone else, or like I said, this person with you. Anything else on the X here? Yep, King of Pentacles, the Fool card, and the Hermit. I feel like they're watching, not the Devil card again showed up for this person. So I think this person is watching you have a new beginning in love, or watching, you know, their past person have a new beginning in love with you. But, and I don't know why that's relevant. We'll see if those come up in the weekly reads, but there's definitely an X here on one of your sides that's watching. So just keep that in mind. That is what I have for you, Gemini, for April 2026. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, highly claimable, highly, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.